back to my channel. In today's video, you guys, I'm going over my top tips to build the perfect glutes. Things that I've had to learn, trial and error, things that I have learned from really excellent trainers in this area and implemented myself and have had awesome results from them, as well as I'm going to take you through one of my glute workouts today, and I'm going to give you modifications. I'm going to show you what I do in the gym versus if you are working out at home. So go and hit that subscribe if you haven't already, you guys. This really helps my channel, as well as give me a thumbs up and comment below what your favorite glute exercise is, or if you have any requests. I want to know, because I will give you different variations to help you build your best glutes. All right, you guys, let's get right into it. All right, you guys, so my first tip would be quality nutrition, okay? Nutrition is super important when it comes to training, when it comes to putting on muscle, especially if you're wanting to build your glutes. Ladies, we have to eat carbs. Now, carb choices is totally up to you and preference, but we need carbs. And if you're not sure what carbohydrates all entail, comment below that you would like a video on going over the different macronutrients and what they are, but that's not this video. Like, comment below and I'll make one. You need carbohydrates, you need proper protein, you need your micronutrients, all your greens, all your vegetables, things like that. You need a balanced eating plan, and without that, it's gonna make it really difficult to see the results that you wanna see in the gym and in your body. So my second tip now is you need a glute building program. You need to have a consistent training plan that implements glute building, whether it's 1 or 2 days a week where you have glute focused exercises to really help you build your glutes. And then right into that, the second and third one is consistency. You need to just be consistent with your routine and keep showing up and keep working out, which brings me to my fourth one, is progressive overload. So you can't do progressive overload if you're not being consistent in the gym, right? You have to be being consistent whether you're in the gym, whether you're at home with your workout routine, because what progressive overload is it's consistently overloading those muscles to get stronger, essentially. So how can you progressive overload? So I always tell my Fit Club babes when we are working out, because I do my workouts live with them, is that when let's say you have 12 reps of hip thrusters, okay? And you've been doing them for a bit and you can get to 12 and you feel like, you could maybe add more, but you're not sure if you could do a full set of 12 with that weight. That's okay. This is where progressive overload comes in. You would add some weight on, whatever, add a heavier dumbbell band. There's many ways to add weight. And then you would do as many reps as you can with that weight. So let's say you could only get to 6 or 8 reps. That's okay. Then you would take off that extra weight and finish off those reps. And so each time you go back to that exercise, you're gonna grab that heavy weight again, and eventually you're gonna get to that end set of those reps. That is progressive overload. And then what you do it again is you repeat. You add a little bit more weight, maybe you add a band, and you don't only, I should do a progressive overload video, but I'm just going to go into it. There's many ways to progressive overload. You could do from body weight to adding a band. You can switch your tempos. You can time under tension, things like that. There's many ways, but I won't get into that now. All right, so that's another important tip for building awesome glutes, okay? Now my fifth tip when it comes to training is that mind-muscle connection. When you are working out, you don't always have to go super heavy, but you do need to have that muscle-mind connection. So what does that mean? It means when, let's say, if you're doing a bridge thruster, you could just be going up, but you need to be able to think about the glute, the muscle you're working. So I always say, whatever muscle you're working, put your hand there. So let's say we're working glutes.
You're gonna squeeze your glutes up, you're gonna squeeze, put your hands there to feel where they squeeze, and now you've got that muscle-mind connection. You think about that muscle and you can squeeze it.
So whatever exercise you're doing, you want to make sure that you are getting muscle-mind connection. Okay. All right, my sixth tip when it comes to building really awesome glutes is glute activation. Now, a lot of us have sedentary jobs, and with COVID, we've all been stuck at home, so we've been sitting a lot. So getting those glutes activated is really important because let's say you go to do a squat. Well, your biggest muscles are going to take over right away. So for me, I have big quads naturally. My quads are going to take over. So unless I do glute activation, which is things like, let's say mini band, putting a mini band on and doing lateral walks, maybe doing some bridge thrusters, just getting those glutes activated for what I'm going to train them for so that I can get a better quality workout, all right? All right, so my seventh tip is quality rest and recovery. Super important, making sure you have a proper routine, you know, getting quality sleep, taking a rest day. I know this is hard for some people, but overtraining isn't better. Overtraining can lead to injury. It can lead to your body being under stress to the point where you actually start regressing and not getting the results that you're trying to work towards. So your body recovers and actually changes when you take rest. That's when it can relax and all your cells regenerate, when all the muscles, when all the muscle fibers can repair and build and speeds up your metabolism, things like that. So rest is really, really important. So making sure you're going to bed on time, getting quality sleep, and taking at least one day off. All right, so my next tip, tip 8, I believe, for building really awesome glutes, I think I've skipped a few, added a few tips in there, would be changing up, like I said, progressive overload, but also changing up your sets, reps, tempos, things like that. That really, when you work out, you could do one exercise, but every time you work out, you could be changing up the reps, the sets, how many sets you're doing of that exercise, the tempo that you do that, really gonna keep your body from knowing what to expect and really gonna keep that really good burn going, and you'll get stronger that way as well too. So making sure that your body doesn't plateau, you're not doing the same thing every time, will also help. And I want to say for all because a lot of my Fit Club babes work out at home, and right now everybody is, but a lot of the time if you don't have heavy enough weight, a lot of the best way to do progressive overload is to change up your sets, reps, tempos, things like that. All right, I have 2 tips left for you. So my next tip 9, would be to not overdo cardio. Too much cardio is really going to make it hard to keep muscle on. Overdoing the cardio is really going to make you more hungry too, so more hungry for sugars and things. So when you're really trying to build your glutes, like cardio doesn't need to be overdone, like maybe one plyo day a week if you want to do go walking outside. But if you really want to build muscle, you don't need to overdo crazy cardio because that will kind of work against you. So that's my tip 9. Tip 10, one that's really important. As women, we tend to want to go on the scale, and that's okay, but I would say don't overweigh yourself. Once a week is maximum. But the most important is taking your pictures, especially in underwear, so that you can see your glutes building from the side and from the back. I always tell my Fit Club babes to take your pictures. I make them do it weekly, actually. In our private Facebook group, we all, I make them, whether they send them to me personally, whether they post them in our thread in our private Facebook group for our Butts and Guts challenge. We do this because that is the best way to see results. The scale may not change, but you're actually seeing definition and looking leaner. So that is my 10th tip for you guys. All right, you guys, those are my tips for you. I hope that this helps. I want to hear what tip maybe you didn't hear of or even think of that you're going to implement today, implement this week. Put it in the comments below what tip that was, tip 1, tip 2, tip whatever. If you have questions, again, put them below. I I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, don't forget to go subscribe. Give me a thumbs up and hit that notification bell. Stay tuned though, I'm gonna take you through a workout. I'm gonna show you one of my lower body workouts and how you can change that if you are working out from home or maybe don't have a home gym. All right guys, I'm going to show you my lower body glute workout. This is something that would be a part of my Fit Club. Workouts that are in my Fit Club. I always give both options, gym options, home options, modifications for everything. It's all done in video for you guys. So I'm going to show you a little sample of the workout today. I'm going to start with a glute activation. I'm going to warm up my glutes first. I have 3 exercises. I'm doing them for 30 seconds on about 7 to 10 seconds transition. I use the SmartWOD app. It's amazing. You just go SmartWOD app on your app finder and it will give you all the timers for time, AMRAPs. Like, it's amazing. It's my favorite app that I use. So I'm going to take you guys through that. Again, if you have any questions regarding any of the exercise, please leave your comments. Comment if you like this workout, if you give it a try, and you have any questions, any requests, please leave me a comment now. And leave me a comment now just saying yes, you are ready to see this workout. Type yes in the comments below and we'll get going. All right guys, hopefully come along with me and enjoy. Alright guys, now we're going to get ready to do our first exercise, and it's a single set. So what that means is we just have one exercise. We're starting with the barbell hip thruster. Again, I will show you in the next little slide how to do it without a barbell and still get the benefit. We are doing 1.5 hip thrusters. So for every 1.5 reps, that equals 1 reps, we have 10 reps, okay? So follow along with me. I will explain and guide you as I show you how to do a proper hip thruster. I decline my bench. I like this way better, but you can just go on a bench just like that and do a hip thruster. It's totally preference this way. I don't know, I just find I can engage my glutes more. So if you would like to see a different style hip thruster or different styles of them, please comment below in the comments and say, I want to see different variations of hip thrusters, and I will do a video tutorial all on different styles of hip thrusters. All right, you guys, the most important thing when doing any hip thruster is making sure that that bench is just under those shoulder blades and your chin stays tucked. You kind of want to look through your legs. You want to keep all that weight in your heels, and you want to drive your knees out, as this will activate your glutes. Remember, this is 1.5 reps. So you're going to go all the way up and then you're going to come halfway down and back up. That equals 1 rep. All right, you guys, here's your home option. You can just go onto the floor into a bridge thruster. You can add a mini band, add more weight for weight, but still the same technique applies. Keep that chin tucked and all that weight in your heels. Squeeze the glutes at the top. All right, guys, now we're going into our next, again, we have a single set. We have glute hyperextensions. Now I'm gonna use my bench and hang off the edge of my bench, and I'm gonna put a mini band around my knees. So that's your first option if you have a bench or the end of the couch. If you guys would like to see me do it from home furniture, like in the living room, comment below and say do this from home furniture or from the couch, and I'll make sure I do a video on that as well. So I'm gonna do it that way. Then I'm gonna show you how to modify if you don't have a bench, or maybe it's just really uncomfortable. I'm gonna show you how to still target your glutes from the floor. All right, you guys, now we are going into hyperextensions. You're gonna lay flat on your bench. The end of the bench should be kind of at your pubic bone. That mini band should go up above your knees. And then again, keep your face looking down. Keep that spine neutral. You're gonna go up, drive your legs out, and squeeze the glutes. Try not to bring your legs up so high that you hyperextend your lower back. You just really wanna squeeze those glutes. All right, you guys, here is your home option, or if you just don't like the feeling of hanging on a bench, same movement. Your legs aren't gonna come up too high, but just make sure you drive your legs out, up, squeeze the glutes, and then lower back down. All right, guys, now we're gonna get into supersets. So what a superset means is it's just 2 exercises back to back, and so you do those consecutively before you can have a rest, okay? We're gonna do a Bulgarian split squat, and we're gonna superset it with cable glute kickbacks, all right? I will again show you how to modify if you don't have a machine, or if you don't have the machine. I'll show you how to modify. All right, let's go. All right, you guys, this is a Bulgarian split squat. So you can have your foot flat on the bench, you can put your toe up, whatever is most comfortable for you. Now, remember, it's a split squat, so not a lunge. You're gonna drive your hips back as you go down, keeping all that weight in your heel. Make sure to keep your chest up and your core tight the whole time. Again, how you can modify this is just taking away the weight. You don't have to have your foot on a bench. If you have a stair in your house or a little stool, you can do it that way as well. All right, now we have cable glute kickbacks. All right, make sure the weight is light. You don't need to go super heavy here. You are gonna tip from your hips, have a soft bend in your knees, and keep that back flat. It's really important. Core tight, shoulders out of your ears. I just use the handle, you guys. I don't use the ankle weights. All right, you guys, so obviously your modification for that is mini band donkey kicks. Just make sure when you do the mini band donkey kicks that you secure the band under the knee that's staying down, just so the band doesn't roll up and snap. You also want to make sure when you do these donkey kicks that you don't put your legs super high in the air and arch that lower back. You just really want to squeeze that glute and push with your heel, flex your foot in, and keep your core nice and tight, spine neutral by looking straight down. All right, you guys, now we are to our last superset, which we're gonna do banded wall sits with abductions for 45 seconds. And then we're gonna do frog kicks, like hyperextension frog kicks with ankle weights. And again, I will show you how to do these if you obviously don't have a bench or ankle weights. Ankle weights I'm using today, I'll put the links in the descriptions below. I just got them from Amazon and they're great. Other than that, you guys, 45 seconds on the wall, and then I have 15 frog kickbacks here. And then we're almost done, you guys. Yeah, my belly button sweats for some reason. So funny, I sweat everywhere. All right, let's go. This is our last one. All right, you guys, we are starting our circuit with mini band wall sits with abductions. So just make sure you're low enough that your legs make a 90-degree angle, back flat, chest up. You're gonna drive your knees out with little mini band pulses. Froggy hyperextensions, you wanna make sure that your feet stay together the whole time. It's such a small movement. Try to keep your legs up. You're not lifting them up in the air, but you're pushing your legs out straight and then bringing your knees back in, squeezing the glutes. All right, here's your home modification for the wall sits. You're just gonna do a squat hold with your mini band, drive those knees out, try to keep all your weight in your heels and your chest up and core tight. All right, your home option or modification for those froggers, you're just gonna lie on your back like you would a bridge. You're gonna put your feet together and we're gonna do frog thrusters. Again, make sure you keep your chin tucked to keep that pelvic tilt. Squeeze your glutes up. You can use a mini band too if you choose. And that's it for the workout, you guys. That's all you have to do. Those are your sets, your circuits. Do the reps, the rounds. Let me know what you think. Post your comments below or any requests. Thank you for tuning in today. Bye, guys. All right, guys. Have an awesome day. I will see you next week. Bye.